First stop, first video from Siphon Draw. We're in Apache Junction, Arizona. We're really getting around, and we're just heading into the basin of these mountains, or this mountain, I'm not sure. This is a hard one. This is going to be the hardest one we've done all week. Hardest and longest. Lots of boulders. A lot of actual physically, they say most of the trail is physically climbing boulders, not just walking, but climbing boulders, and we're just kind of getting into that area now. There's Tom. That's like the first shade we've seen. Where is he? There he is. This is the first shade we've seen. We've been going about an hour, and shade is very precious, and it's hot. It's only like 11 in the morning, and it must be 40 degrees. I've lost all reality of what temperature is. It's always hot here. And nobody here today. The other ones they've been quite busy to moderately busy, but this, I haven't seen anybody, which is nice. Look at that view. It's fantastic. I love all these hikes. They say this is going to take probably minimum 6 hours round trip. 6 hours in this heat. It's really hot, really hot. But we got hopefully enough water, 3 liters of water. I've taken 2 on the other ones, and I've been fine. So this one being a little bit hotter, I came a little bit more prepared. Still haven't seen any rattlesnakes. I kind of give up on rattlesnakes. Not in 3 years since I've been here. I might have to go looking. I think I'll just stick my hand under rocks at random. I think that's a good way to find them. No? To find rattlesnakes? Seems like a good idea. And there's Gila monsters here too. There's a sign down there. Watch out for rattlesnakes and Gila monsters, so I will keep an eye open and be very excited for either of those things. Rattlesnake is number one. Gila monster would be pretty cool too. Anything to see a monster, something that's called a monster, that's pretty cool. So that's all for now from Siphon Draw in Apache Junction, Arizona. We've been going in the heat for 2 hours, and we haven't made it to the final destination. But we have made it to, we're in Apache Junction, Arizona. That's Superstition Mountain, and this trail that we're on is called Siphon Draw. And this, I guess, is the Siphon Draw, this basin. Pretty cool. You can clearly see that, I guess when there's flash floods, the water just pours down this, the kind of snakes around there, and it's hot. I'll say that again and again. Our goal is about a 2,000 foot, not the elevation is 2,000 feet, but the elevation gain from where we started at the trailhead in the parking lot is going to be 2,000 feet. Supposedly this is about 1,000. We've gained 1,000 feet from where we started at the trailhead of the parking lot, and I guess got another 1,000 to go. And they say it gets very steep and very, very difficult, very bouldery. So there's Tom up there. We're gonna soldier on, and we're gonna hopefully, I hope, make it to the top. We'll see. Just a quick update from Siphon Draw. We've made it up the Siphon Draw. We came up there Pretty tough. Not a lot of, I mean, it's very steep, but it's also kind of flat. There's no, like, boulders or anything. It's very, very rugged terrain around here. Tom and I were just talking. This is the... By the way, this is, I don't think I mentioned, this is my 6th hike in 6 days. Saturday was the first one, today is Thursday. We've done 6. And this is what we got ahead of us. Yeah, Tom and I were just talking about a few minutes ago. This is for sure the most difficult one we've done this week. Faux show. I said in the other video yesterday from Camelback. Camelback was actually, I wouldn't say easy, but maybe easier than expected. I read people's reviews on all trails and people were really saying how difficult it was. It must be people that have never done this kind of thing before. It was much easier compared to the things that a lot of people were saying, but hopefully these are all challenging. Nothing is just walking on dirt paths. It's all rocky, a lot of elevation gain, boulders, including climbing. A lot of them you need to scramble and keep 3 points of contact for a lot of them, all the while watching out for rattlesnakes, watching where you put your hands. But it sure is cool. Alright, last one for a bit from Siphon Draw. I keep telling myself I'm not going to take any more videos until we reach the summit or the location or some final destination here at Siphon Trail, Apache Junction, Arizona. But then I keep seeing cool stuff like this, cool views that I feel must be captured. We're up really high. There's Tommy boy. Hardest one yet by far, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing else was even close to this. This one's tough in every aspect. We had to come up there, for God's sake. And it's so... You can't really see how rugged it is until you're in it. Like when you look at it from another city, you think, oh, wow, cool, let's go up it. And then when you're on the highway, you go, oh, cool, let's go up it. And then when you're at the bottom, you go, oh, cool, let's go up it. And then when you start going up it, you go, this is hard. You don't see all the little rocks, or little big rocks, until you're on them. And all the cactus around that you have to really be careful for. I had a bad accident with one of these in Oaxaca about 5 years ago. I had to go to the doctor. I stabbed myself in the leg with one of the needles, and I literally was immobilized. I couldn't walk. I had to go to the doctor, and he said they have not like a venom, but something in them that if you get it, and it was right in the vein of my leg. And this fly is biting me on my leg right now. And he said they have some kind of something that for some people you get a bad reaction that has the same reaction as a venom or poison. So I had to get that taken care of in Oaxaca. And I had a bad gout attack 2 days ago. I did Camelback yesterday with gout in my knee, and this one it's much worse today. Not making it any better, making it much more difficult. It's giving me less confidence. It's harder to get my footing, harder to get any power in my legs. So that's not helping. But I don't know if I'm going to be here again, so I want to take advantage of it. So that's all for now. Again, from Siphon Draw. After 3 hours, we made it to I guess what's going to be our final destination here at Siphon Draw, Apache Creek, Arizona. It was never our intention to go to the summit, just to go to this place they call the Flatiron, which I'm not even sure if that's where we are. but it feels like we're at some kind of end or destination. So it's been 3 hours here. It'll probably be another 2 to get back. It's getting a little bit, not late in the day. It's only 1:15 or 1:20 or something like that. But it's getting to be the hottest part of the day, and it's going to take a couple of hours to get down, and sometimes getting down is more difficult than getting up. This is, I guess, the peak of the mountain that we're on. We're in the Superstition Mountains. I guess it's not one mountain. It was never our intention to get to the peak, just to get to what they call this Flatiron. But there's no markings whatsoever. Nothing, zero. They give you, I mean, there's a little map at the trailhead, like a brochure, but it doesn't really tell you much. It's a very general thing, and if anybody's been to this trail, Siphon Draw, you can tell me if we're at the Flatiron part or not. But this is, there's no other, we can't find any other trail where to go. That's why we're calling it quits. That's one of the reasons why we're calling it quits. It's been, we feel like we've made a good destination, and among other things, yeah, my gouty knee, the heat, the time. Look at this. That's cool. That rock is very thin, but very wide. Very rugged. This is cool. This rock is hollowed out in the middle. I've never seen this before. Have you? A hollow rock?
Yeah, I guess it's a small cave.
It's pretty unique. Yeah, you could go inside. There's a big spider web here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I don't know if it's for black widows. There were signs for black widows to be careful of them, so I don't know if that's a black widow spider web or not. Oops, don't want to break the web. What did you think of this hike?
Got a good workout.
Yeah? It was tough, huh?
Yeah.
A little dangerous at a couple points, a little questionable.
Sun and rocks.
Yeah, there's some of the rocks were very challenging. By far the toughest one of the day. I mean of the week. And we still got to go back down, which is often more difficult. So after the, as I said, 6 hikes, this is the 6th in 6 days. That's the end for me for a while. I'm going back home to Mexico tomorrow. And it's not going to be the same going hiking anywhere else after this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, 6 hikes in 6 days. We also had a concert in there, NFL football game, Major League Baseball game. We saw the Cardinals and the Bears, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. We saw King. And I took a couple of great bike rides, lengthy bike rides. So pretty cool week. I don't know what else to say. So I guess the last video from Arizona, barring anything cool. See ya. I couldn't resist. I couldn't say goodbye. So I'm going to do one last video from Siphon Draw Trail, Superstition Mountains. I'll do a travel video. I didn't complete my thought. sure I had to go down or up. This is why I need a GoPro. If anybody from GoPro is watching this video, throw something my way. Gotta be careful here, it's pretty steep. No real rocks to step on. This is when a good pair of boots comes in handy. That you can trust. They have grip. There's no way you could do this in Converse or running shoes or anything like that. You'd slip like crazy and bust your ass for sure. So if anybody from any footwear company is watching, I have had these boots for 7.5 years. And I could probably use a replacement after these 6 hikes in 6 days. Sweating, dripping into my eye. So if anybody is watching from a towel company, you can send me a sweat towel. Here's what we're looking at. I always get the sniffles when I do these things. Coming down, I get the sniffles. I'm not sure why. But I think I'll cut it for now. Yeah, this is the end. Really the end. I'm deciding for trail, Apache Creek, Superstition Mountains, Arizona. Last one.